In the previous video, we have seen how you can apply animations using CSS, and in this video, what we are going to do is we are going to learn a few things about JavaScript, which will be really helpful to create the animations. So we have stopped at the animations part in the previous video. We have completed in CSS, but we didn't do any animations using JavaScript. So before we go into the animations in JavaScript, we have to learn a few things about JavaScript. So starting with the basics, JavaScript is a programming language. It's not a markup language. We have also already discussed this in the first video. So HTML is a markup language, and then JS is a programming language. So unlike in C, so first thing we are going to learn about is how you can print the output. So even the C or anything, this is what we first learned, right? So in JavaScript, to print something, we use something called console.log. So there is a syntax which is you have to follow in the JavaScript. So which is you can write your code any way you want. Like for example, if I do console.log, for example, hello world, it will print the hello world in the output. But if you want an organized and structured code, you can use a semicolon as an end of the line character. So when you put this semicolon, it means that this line is ended here. It's basically useful when you are writing a huge code and you want to put the next line in the same line. So for example, if I do something like do console.logs second, and then it will look something like this. But if I remove the semicolon, it will give me an error. So we will get some cases where we can write our multiple lines in a single line. So in those cases we will use a semicolon. And if you are a fan of C or C++, you will put the semicolon automatically. So I use semicolon most of the time, and sometimes I don't really use it and I'm in a hurry. So console.log, the first one we use the string, right? So when you are using you can use double quotes, single quotes as a for your string. So unlike in C, we use single quote for characters and double quote for string, right? In JavaScript, you can use a single quote for both character as well as string. So you can see that I used a single quote and I inserted some text here or a string here, and you can see that the output is a string. And then you can also use the double quotes as well. And if you do test, you can see that it output. So it won't really show you any errors. So now the next thing is JavaScript is actually a implicit type conversion. So JavaScript basically does this implicit type conversion, which is nothing but it will convert the data type automatically. So if, for example, if I do something like console.log, if I use a integer value, let's say 12, you can see that the 12 which is appearing in the blue text. So whenever the console is showing you as a blue or a different color, it basically means that the data type of this whatever it's print here is not string. If it's a string, it will either print it in a white color, and it basically depends on your browser, by the way. This is a Chrome, right? So it is printing the 12 as in the blue color. So that means it is an integer value. And if I do 12 plus hello world, now you can see that it changed to white color. And you can see that we didn't get any error. Instead, JavaScript combined both of these and converted into a string, and then it just printed in the console. So if you're wondering how you can open this console, you can simply right click on your web page and then go to inspect, and then you can see the console tab here, and when you click on this, you can see the console. Now, so we have seen how you can create how you can print the outputs, because the first thing we learned this because whenever we're writing the code and for debugging purposes, we use console.log a lot, especially in JavaScript, we use a lot. So now we should know something about the operators. So the second thing we basically learn in the JavaScript or any programming language is operators. So we have different kind of operators basically. So the first one is the arithmetic operators. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create few variables. So to create a variable, we can use two keywords. I've already explained this in the previous video, but I'm going to explain it in a brief way in this video. So we can use the variables in a two-way. We can initialize it using a var keyword. So let's say var something like number is equals to 12, and if I do console.log number, you can see that it will print the 12. But if I want to change this number, let's say number is equals to 13, and you can see that the number was changed. And you can also use let keyword as well. It is also serve the same purpose, but let is better than var. And then if you want to fix this number, particular number, and the thing is you don't need to put any let or var. Even if you do number is equals to 12 or number equal to 13, or simply put number, it will automatically assign, initialize the variable, and it will assign the value. So you can see that we didn't get any errors about initialization or anything, but it simply printed the updated value. So if you want to create a constant, like for example, if you want to fix this number value to 12, we use a keyword called const, and then we will get an error because we are setting the constant value to 13. It is not possible to change the value of a constant variable. I mean constant, not variable, constant. So when we do the number is equals to 13, it will show you an error. If I comment it down, you can see that the error will disappear and the number will appear here. So we mostly use const and let. We rarely use var in this JavaScript and in this project particularly. So now we have seen how you can initialize the variables as well. So now what I'm going to do is we are going to see few arithmetic operations and how you can create the functions and how you can create the if statements, else statements and stuff. So starting with the arithmetic operations, we already know that there are four basic arithmetic operations, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So we are going to take two variables and we will see how you can do it in the JavaScript. So I'll take two variables. A is equals to 10 and let b is equals to, let's say, 5. For the sake of understanding, I'm going to do this. So you can directly put the functions in, functions. You can directly do these arithmetic operations in the console.log. So for example, let's say I want to print the addition of these two numbers. I can simply do console.log a plus b, and you can see that we got 15. And then if you want to print all the other things, you can simply put the comma, and then you can write a minus b and a star b and a divided by b. Now you can see that we got all the arithmetic operations in a single line, and you can see that they are separated by a space, right? So you can put as many outputs as you want separated by a comma. So if I want to do something like add, and then to make it a next line, we can simply put an hash, backslash n. We have seen this in the C as well. We use backslash n as a end of the line character. So backslash n basically mean that we are going to a new line. We are saying the compiler or interpreter to go to the new line and print the rest of the data. So you can use this, or you can simply put space, then this, and now subtraction. This is subtraction right now. This is multiplication, and this is the division. Now you can see that the output is even more better. Addition is 15, subtraction 5, multiplication is 50, and division is 2. So this is how you can put as many variables, as many outputs as you want. There is no limit actually. So this is the basic arithmetic operators. There are few more operators like conditional operators and things we use in the if statements or if and there are a lot of logical operators as well, like two ampersands, and we will discuss in the later videos about all these things. So we have learned a few things about arithmetic operations, and then how you can print the outputs, how you can print the um, multiple outputs at the same time in this video. So this is it for this video, and in the next video we are going to see either a conditional operators or and we will go in the further, right, in the even more depth. So let's meet in the next video. And thanks for the support so far. I'm really grateful for all the people who are supporting. And I know that I took a really long break of 10 days because I have exams in my university. So I didn't upload the videos. So the exams are finished. So I might upload daily as a compensation for this. So thank you for the support so far. And I'm going to end this video and I will meet you all in the next video. Thanks.